welcome back to My Own Worst Enemy. We are ready for turn number 8, so let's go ahead and move our turn marker up, turn 8. And we will go back to the initiative phase. Let's see who's going to have the initiative here. It is going to be the Germans, which is probably bad news for the Soviets. Let's go ahead and go into the planning phase. I'm going to get rid of the miscommunication card for the Soviets. They're going to drop another one. And medic. This unit may remove a damage point, so they're definitely going to like that, I think. And I'm going to get rid of, let's see, the close combat card for the Germans. They will draw up another one, and it is the ranged fire training. This unit may conduct a ranged fire, adding 2 hexes to their normal long range. All of the range bands remain the same. So a little bit extra range there for somebody. That might come in handy as well. So let's go ahead and assign our command points. We'll do it for the Soviets first. We know that we have 2 rifles 41, this one and this one that we definitely want to activate. We have 2 anti-tank rifles. Now they're getting to the point of where they're getting kind of useless, but we're going to activate both of those. I do have the anti-tank gun, but I just don't think, I think it's just too slow for what they need now. So that's going to be it for the Soviets. Now let's see, the Germans are definitely going to want to activate all their tanks again. So the 2 Panzer 30, not the Panzer 2Fs, I should say, and the Panzer 38Ts, definitely want to activate those. I still want to activate the truck with that unit in it, the infantry gun. So we'll put that, and we'll put one on the infantry gun, just in case we get him into position. We could unload him. And what else? I think I'm going to move, well, let's see. Well, let's just put him on the Rifles 41, and I'm going to move this APC again. Why not? Why not? All right, so that is it. We've done our planning phase, the support phase, nothing here, just the mortar, but we haven't spent a command point or applied a command point to his card. Can't do that. Right into the action phase. And we will start with the Germans. I think the first thing the Germans want to do is move this Panzer. And so the Panzer has a movement of 4. I think we're going to want to do a move and fire here. Now he can hit this unit from where he's at, but I think he's going to want to get closer for so many reasons. So let's do a move and fire. All right, so he's going to go 2. He's going to go 1, 2. We will put a move and fire on him. He's definitely going to target this Rifles 41 that's dug in. Be crazy not to. And we'll need the battle board here for this. So I'm going to put the battle board, we'll just put it here. All right, spotting roll. So this unit is in the clear, no need for spotting here. The attack dice, they're the Panzer 38T from 3 away. Firing at infantry, well, it's going to put him in the middle band, so it's a red and 2 blue. Experience, there is nothing to help him here experience-wise. No status markers on that unit. Again, nothing from the card, no command card modifiers. Line of sight is clear, and then, oops, and then we go to the Rifles 41, he's going to get a yellow for his inherent defense. He is on a road, which will get him a blue. Now he is dug in. I think that does something for him too. We'll check the player's aid card here. So if you're dug in, defending unit gains a green defense die. So he's going to get another green die, or not another green die, but another defense die that is green. No experience markers on that unit. No status markers other than dug in. And that's really where this status marker would come in. I should have put that down there to show that he is getting this from being dug in. No special text on the card itself. Command cards, we are actually going to play the take cover card now. So what that's going to do is get him the additional yellow defense die when being attacked in range fire. And this is why I held onto that card for so long, because this is getting to the do or die situation. So he's going to need all the help he can get here. So we're going to play that card. All right, so we've already got our terrain bonus on there, and I really should start putting the dice where they go on the on this battle board, but whatever, I've got them all on the board. That's all that matters. So I think that's it. We're going to fire with this Panzer 38T. Looks like 2 hits and a suppress. And we'll just put those over here. And now that rifle's 41 with all these defense dice. He's hoping to hang on here. And it looks like he does more than hang on. So that's a critical, a hit, and that's right there's enough to do it alone. But yeah, so he was able to eliminate all of those. So that was good. That's why I held on to this card for so long, because I had a feeling it would come in handy down here. All right, so we'll discard that. And we'll move this out of here now. And he has moved and he has fired. So now we go to the Soviet side and we're going to activate this rifle's 41 and he's going to start digging in. So he is digging in now. He is planting his explosives. And now we go back to the German side and we're going to activate, I think we're going to activate this Panzer 38T. He's just going to fire. So we're going to activate, just going to do a firing action. And he's going to be firing at this Rifles 41 here, which means the battle board comes right back out. Spotting will be required here because he is in defensive terrain, or he gets a terrain bonus for being in that brush. So this is armor firing. It's got to get a 4 or greater to spot that unit. So the German is going to roll. And he gets a 3, so he doesn't spot that unit. So that failed spotting roll is going to earn the defender a green defense dice. So we'll put that out. And the Panzer 38 was firing from, we said, 3 away. That's going to put it on the middle column. So a red and 2 blues. And no special status. No special abilities, no command cards, line of sight is clear. And for the Rifles 41, he gets his yellow defense die. No experience markers, no status markers that would impact this. He does get terrain bonus though, so he's in this brush, which gives him, let's take a look, a green and a blue from terrain. Pretty sure that is it. So let's have the Panzer 38T fire. Looks like 2 hits and a suppress. We'll just put these out over here. And so the Rifles 41 now defends against that. And what is that? That's a miss. 3 hits and a critical, so that's enough to avoid any kind of damage or any other suppress or anything. So that's good news for this Rifles 41 for now. All right, go back to the Soviet side. I think we're going to activate that Rifles 41 and have him move. Let's see. It would be 1, 2 to move it here, and he's going to go 3, 4. He's trying to get to that bridge. So we'll show him as a normal action there. Actually, do I want to move him fast move? I think I do. So we moved him 4. We can move him 1 more. So we'll go 1 more. Actually, no, we're going to do normal. We may do a fast action next turn. So let's do a normal move. Back to the Germans. All right, Panzer IIF. Let's activate a Panzer IIF. We will activate this one. He's going to move 1, 2, 3. Actually, he's going to move 2, I think, and do a move and fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can definitely shoot. Yeah, so we're going to do a move and fire. And let's see. So that is going to go here. The Panzer IIF is taking a shot at this dug-in unit here. Get the battle board back out. All right, spotting roll not needed because he's in the clear. His range is 5. So from 5 at infantry, it's 2 yellows and 2 greens. Yikes. 2 yellows and 2 greens. Experience, no. There's it's quick, and then there is a rapid fire. So the rapid fire is going to let him re-roll one of those attack die. And I want to see real quick, because this also has a quick on it, and I'm sure that's related to movement. Extra movement point when using fast action. So we're not doing that. Just wanted to remind myself what that was. All right, so no status markers. And we've already checked for the ability. We got our rapid fire. no command card that he wants to play here. Line of sight is clear. And so for the defender now, we're looking at this. Actually, he did a move and fire, and I think I keep forgetting this, but that's going to give the defender an additional green die, so that would come from the status marker on the unit. So he did a move and fire. That adds a green to the, look at the ranged fire modification table. Rule 10.9.4, yeah, he's going to get that additional green die for doing the fast move. I think I forgot that before, but fortunately I remembered it this time. So let's see, the defense for that Rifles 41 is a yellow. No experience, nothing special on the card, no command card modifiers, and I think we have assigned everything except I think we forgot to add in the terrain defense bonus, which he is in the road. That'll give him another blue for being in the road, and then we fire. Critical here for the Soviets. And I see 2 hits. A miss so far, and what is that? That is another hit, so that's 4 hits. We're going to re-roll the green because of the rapid fire, and it's still a miss. So that is 4 hits. Now let's see what the dug-in Soviet, oops, I just threw that off the table. So let's see now, can he withstand 4 hits? And uh-oh. It looks like 2 misses and a suppress. So that is not going to be enough to cancel out the 4 hits. And unfortunately, this is really bad news for the Soviets. So 2 hits will take it, flip it, and then 2 more hits will eliminate it. So not looking good now for the Soviets at all. So it's really now up to, if this unit doesn't make it, it's over. So close, so close. So we go back to now the Soviets, and we still have anti-tank rifles we can move. I'm going to activate this anti-tank rifle and take a shot at this Panzer IIF over here. All right, battle board back out again. Well, that's not going to work. Let's see. Okay. The anti-tank rifle spotting roll. He's in the clear. No spotting necessary. And that's from a range of 1, 2, 3. 2 greens and a blue. No experience and no special markers. No command cards. Line of sight's okay. No terrain bonus. That's it for the anti-tank rifle. So the Panzer again is being shot at from the rear. So that's a green and a blue. No experience, and there's no special abilities on the card, no command card modifiers, terrain bonus, none. Nope, that's it. So the anti-tank rifle will fire. Looks like a critical, a hit, and a suppress. Let me put that back out. So critical, a hit, and a suppress. And we roll the defense dice. I'm going to have to roll that again because I left the blue in there. So let's try that again. Looks like a hit. So that's going to erase 1 hit, leaving a critical and a suppress on the... So it's going to be a critical and a suppress on that. Panzer IIF, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So let's go ahead and show the anti-tank gun as having fired. All right, so a critical and a suppress. So critical is going to get it a... I don't think this... Let's see, is this a 1 hit? No. It's going to get a hit marker applied to it for the critical. And that hit doesn't count. Remember, it was just a critical and a suppress. So it's going to get a suppress marker applied to it. And now we'll do a critical hit roll off here. So we need a, let's see, flip to our, so it's a green and a blue, and the attacker is given the green. So it looks like a critical, I believe, let's see. So the attacker uses the strongest symbol, well, that's going to be the critical, and that's not enough to cancel, so it's just a critical hit. No damage points are applied, the vehicle is immobilized. Well, that's probably really good news for the Soviets, although I think it's too little too late. All right, so our first immobile marker comes out and gets applied to this. No, wrong one. Gets applied to this one. All these are still applied to this poor Panzer IIF. All right, so that was finally the anti-tank rifle was managed to do some good, but I think it's too late in the game for what just happened, but we'll see. So let's go now back to the Soviets who have, the Germans who have an immobile Panzer II. Well, you've already moved one Panzer II. So really we can't do anything with that unit. I guess we could fire with it, but there's really nothing it could hit of value. Well, I could fire back at the anti-tank rifle, I suppose. But we have more important things to do. So let's go ahead and activate our, did I forget to, let's see, we've already moved our Panzer 38Ts. I don't think I flipped the command points for those. Let's move the truck. We can change one vertices for free. Let's go ahead and activate this. So we can move 6. So I'm going to do another. So now I can move 5. So 2, 4. So that I can get him up to here. That's the truck. Back to our Soviets. I'm going to activate the other anti-tank rifle, and he's going to move into that heavy forest for 2. So he's just going to move into here. That's a normal action. Back to the Germans. We have a heavy machine gun. Oh, the infantry gun. I don't do anything with it yet either. So we'll activate the APC. It's just going to move 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the Soviets, they can't do anything, and I am going to activate, the Panzer IIF is immobile. Like I said, I could take a shot with it. So I think, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna end the turn here. I'm not gonna take actions with the rest of these things. All the action now is down here. There's no other units that I wanna bring forward. I brought the APC forward. The rifles, the infantry, and the machine guns are all sitting in place, so I'm not gonna move this. I'm going to call this the end of the turn, just mainly so we can accelerate and see how this ends, because it's getting kind of bogged down with the back of the battlefield over here. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's going to do it for the action phase, and we will go into the organization phase. We'll remove all the white markers. So that is it for all the white markers. I don't think anything happens to the red marker. It's the first one we've had. Let's just double check real quick. All right, so I'm guessing that stays on, and we flip this unit to this yellow marker to its dug inside. Again, putting the Soviets so close to a victory. They just need one more dug in Rifles 41 to blow that bridge, but unfortunately it's way over here. All right, so no more smoke to eliminate, and the objective is still the same, and that is it. We will now go into turn number 9. I'm just going to keep going here because, like I said, I think we're near the end of this thing. If this guy dies, it's over. So let us now go back to the initiative phase. And it is German initiative. All right, so let's go ahead and assign our command points. Let's get these off, and we will get these off. The command cards, they are fine as they are. We have 3 on each side. I did draw one other Soviet. I didn't really look at it when I drew it. Soviet player takes 2 activations in a row, one after another. If either unit activated initiates. All right, so this is kind of like the other card we had. It's not going to do us much good here. And it also says something about close combat, but we're not there yet. So let's go ahead and apply the Soviet command points. Well, we know we got a Rifles 41 that we really need to use. I'm going to, the anti-tank rifles are going to get a couple of those, and the anti-tank gun, why not? Where did the anti-tank gun go? There it is. So for the Germans, we're going to have the Panzers again, and I forgot to take those off. We'll just flip those because I want all the Panzers activated. Actually, I don't think I want to activate the, well, yeah, let's just activate them all. Maybe take a shot with the Panzer II that's immobilized. So the truck's going to get one. The APC is going to get one. If I can find it. And we'll give, we had Rifles 41 we were moving. And then, like I said, I don't know that I'll even move these units because they're so far back. And the 2 heavy machine guns. So the command cards are fine. Command points are placed. And now we go into the support phase. Nothing to do there. Activation phase. So we start with the Germans. So I'm going to activate this Panzer 38T. We'll flip that. And I think I'm going to do a move and fire again. So he's going to move 2. 1, 2. And he's going to take a shot at this unit that just dug in. If he's successful here, this actually could end the game right here, because that would only leave 1 Rifles 41, and that would not be enough. All right, spotting roll. No need to spot because he's in the clear. Yep, he is in the clear. So the Panzer 38T is firing from a range of 3 at an infantry, puts it in the middle band, so it gets a red and 2 blues. No experience, well, there is experience, but it's not going to do it any good here. No special status on the Panzer 38T, no command card modifiers they want to play here. Line of sight's clear, I think we're good there. The defender, spotting roll, no. The defense die for that Rifles 41 is a yellow. No experience, status markers. Well, there is a status marker in that this did a firing move, and you remember that's going to add an additional green die to the dug-in infantry. The unit is dug in, so there's a marker on the unit, and that's going to get another green. So really you've got 2 status markers adding defense dice into this. There's nothing special on the Rifles 41 card. No command card modifiers. And I believe that is it. Oh, terrain bonus, I forgot that. So he's in the clear. That'll give him a green. And that is it. So the Panzer 38T fires. That looks like 3 hits and a suppress. And let's see how the Rifles 41 fares. Looks like it fares pretty good. So there's a crit, a hit, another hit. Oops. Oh, it's not going to matter. I mean, this alone is enough to... Yeah, nothing. They got lucky there, basically. All right. Really lucky. So we go over to now, that was the Germans. We go to the Soviets, and this Rifles 41 is going to activate and go 1, 2, 3. So it's a normal move. 1, 2, 3. No, I want to try moving him 1 more. If he sits there, he's going to get killed. I could do a fast action and get him all the way to here. Let's do that. Let's do a fast action. That's going to get him to here. All right, then we go back to the Soviets. I'm going to activate one of my Panzer IIFs and go 1, 1, 2. I think he might do a move and fire also. Yeah, so he's going to do a move and fire. They're trying their best to stop that infantry from planting the explosive. So he's going to do a move and fire, and we'll have to get the battle board back out. All right, so move and fire. Spotting roll, no spot. Let's see, who's he firing at first of all? I guess this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 5 away. No spotting roll necessary. So from 5 away, firing at infantry is 2 yellows and 2 greens. No experience. There is a special on the card, and that's he gets to reroll one of his attack die for his rapid fire. No command card modifiers. Line of sight is clear. The defender, let's see, there's no spotting. The defense die gets a yellow for his inherent. And status markers, he is dug in. That's going to get him a green. This guy did a move and fire, and we said that was a, what did we say that was? A green? Yep, that's another green. The move and fire. Nothing special on the card, no special command card modifiers. And then for the terrain, he's in the clear, so another green. Is that right? Yeah, yes, another green. So we're at a green. So we got to remember to re-roll a green. So let's roll the attack dice first. And it looks like 2 misses and 2 hits. So I'm just going to show the hits as these blue because we need another green for his terrain defense. And now he is defending against those 2 hits. And he does manage to get 2 misses and 2 hits. So they cancel and he survived. Wow. It is really coming down to the wire here. So we've marked him as moved and fired. Back to the Soviets. Anti-tank. Oh wait, I didn't re-roll my let's see. I should have re-rolled one of the misses and I can't remember which. Let's think about this for a second. So we had 2 hits. It was a green, yellow. So it was the yellows that missed. So I'm going to re-roll one of the yellows just to see. It was a miss. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. All right, so we're good. So we're back to the Soviets. They're going to activate an anti-tank rifle. And honestly, I think this one's just going to take a shot at that one again. Yeah, let's just do that. So the anti-tank rifle is firing it from a range of 1, 2, 3. Anti-tank rifle firing from 3 at the tank. He is in the first range mass, so 2 greens and a blue. And he's got a blue on him, so that does nothing for his attack. And no special abilities, no command cards, line of sight is clear. The Panzer 38, not Panzer 38, the Panzer II is taking a shot from the rear, so it's going to get a green and a blue for defense. And it's immobilized. I don't think it loses anything from being immobilized. Other than if it just gets hit again, I think it's bad news for it. Let's see real quick. Unit cannot conduct any form of move action. So if it gets a fallback, it will be eliminated. That's all that means. No special abilities, no command cards, line of sight's fine, no terrain defense bonuses or anything. So let's just fire. A hit and a suppress. Oops. I keep knocking my dice around. So a hit and a suppress, and he's defending. And it looks like, yeah, that's plenty, so he survives all that. So the anti-tank rifle will mark him as having fired. And now we go back to the German side. We're going to move the truck. The truck can move 2, 4, 5, 6. Now he's on the road. Back to the Soviet side and the anti-tank gun, we're going to activate that. And what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to, let's see, we get 1 free vertices move, so that's 1. And then I'm going to spend, how many can this move? Anti-tank can move 1, so I'm going to move it 1 more. He's just going to rotate around. All right, back to the, let's put a move, or a normal move on that, normal action, I should say. Back to the Germans. They'll activate their APC and move it 4. So they're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just trying to move it forward. Back to the Soviets. They've got an anti-tank rifle they're going to activate. It's also going to take a shot at that Panzer. So let's do that. All right. From range 1, 2, 3 again. I think that was the same as last time. So that puts it in the first band. 2 greens and a blue. No need to spot. It's on the road, no experience, no special abilities. Let's see, spotting was okay. The defender, we're shooting at that Panzer II again. Let me put a firing on this before I forget to. Firing at the rear of the Panzer IIF, so it's a green-blue for defense. No experience for the Panzer II. No terrain bonus. It's in the road, I don't think. Double check. Nope. No terrain defense bonus. I believe that that is everything that it gets. So we'll have the anti-tank rifle fire. Looks like a hit and a suppress. Panzer IIF defends. Managed to get rid of a hit, but it's left with a suppress on it. So we'll put a suppress marker on that, which isn't really going to do it much good anyway. Take this off. And we'll go back to the German side. So let's move the last Panzer 38T. Do we want to do a move and fire? So we could go 1, 2. No, we'll just do a normal move. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, which will put him here. Soviets can't go back to the Germans. Again, there's nothing I can do, so I'm going to just stop it here. I'm going to say that I'm going to choose to pass on all these command points. At this point, I'm just trying to get to the end of the game because we're just wasting time by doing this back battlefield stuff, in my opinion. So let's just skip through that. And that will take us to the end of the action phase. And so now we go to the organization phase where we'll take all the white markers off. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'll go right into the next turn and we'll just try to accelerate the end of this to see how it ends, because we have gone, I think, long enough with this scenario. It's down to the end and we still have the part that's important intact. So I've removed all the whites. We flip all the yellows. And so we still have a possibility down here of if they can hold on, they could in theory blow that bridge. And that's what I really want to see, whether or not they hold on long enough to do that. No smoke markers. Victory is still out there. It still hasn't been flipped. And we now go into the next turn. So let's go and move this up to turn 10 and roll for initiative. Just got to see what happens here. Looks like the Soviets managed to get the initiative here, so that may be good. Okay, as far as cards go, I am going to just turn in 2 cards for the Soviets, just hoping they'll get something really, really useful. So let's see what they get. Unit may remove a suppress or fallback. It can then do a fast action, and then unit may add an extra movement point. Well, that's not going to do it a whole lot of good. The Germans are going to, I'll just keep their cards because I don't, at this point, let's see, do I want to do that? Yeah, let's get rid of, you know what, they're going to turn in all 3 of their cards just to see if they get anything useful here that might help them. So they're going to draw 3 new cards. So we have Intense Fire. German player takes 2 activations in a row, one after another. Both activations must be for ranged fire only. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if that's going to do me any good. Oh, here's one. Engineering. This unit may remove immobilized status marker on one damage point that it has received, so they might use that. And Fanatical Resistance. This unit may remove a fallback suppress or damage point that it has received. So the immobilize actually will come in really handy for this stuck Panzer IIF. All right, so we've got our command cards allocated. Let's do our command points, starting with the Soviets first. So we know we got to have one on the Rifles 41, and then again, now I'm going to put 2 on the anti-tank rifles, and then we'll put 1 on the anti-tank gun. The Germans, let's get these all off. So I'm going to put 2 on the Panzer 38s. I'm going to put 2 on the Panzer IIFs. The APC, the truck, I'm going to put 1 on the infantry gun, and then we'll just put 2 on the heavy machine guns. All right, and we start with the Soviets because they won the initiative. All right, so the first thing we are going to do is activate the Rifles 41 and put a dig-in marker on him. So he is really trying to get those explosives planted and blow the bridge. And now we go to the Germans, and they're going to activate the Panzer 38T. So I flip that. I'm trying to see if I want to do a move and fire here. I think I do. I think he's just going to move 1 though. So he's going to go 1 and he's going to take a shot at the unit right across the bridge there. So we'll get our battle board out. And so the Panzer 38, here we go. Spotting roll not needed because that unit's in the clear. The attack dice for the Panzer 38T from a range of 1, 2 against infantry is red, yellow, blue. So red, yellow, blue for the attack dice, no experience, status markers, none, and he's not going to use any command cards. Line of sight is good, and we go to the defending digging in unit. Now he's digging in, so I don't think he gets anything special for that, but we'll double check real quick. See, so if he's digging in, while digging in, the unit will lose its weakest defense die, so I have to remember that. All right, so spotting roll isn't necessary. It's a rifles 41, so it's a yellow, inherent defense, no experience. It is digging in, no command card. No command card we want to play here. It's on the road, so that's going to give it a blue. I think that's it. Now he is digging in, so he will lose this blue. Also, wait a minute. So let's go back here. So he had the blue on, but this unit is moving and firing, and I think that gives it an additional green. So let's put that out. So it's from this unit's status marker. So he is going to lose the blue. That's his weakest. And he's going to have a green and a yellow. So the Panzer 38T fires across the bridge. And that looks like a hit, and another hit, and a miss. And now that unit is defending. And it looks like a critical, a hit, and a hit. So that cancels all that. So he manages to survive all of that. So that was the Panzer 38 that did a move and fire. We go back to the Soviet side. Let's activate, let's see. So I think the anti-tank gun gets to rotate once for free. So we're going to activate the anti-tank gun, obviously, to do this. So he's going to do a move and fire, let's just say. He's just going to fire from the top of the hill. So a fire and move against the, let's say he's going to fire at this APC. So he's firing at the APC. And again, I think really we're just kind of wasting time here going through the motions back here, but I'm going to do it. What the heck? So spotting roll is not needed here. He's attacking so that anti-tank gun can fire from 1, 2, 3 away, and he is firing from 3 away. That's a yellow and 2 greens. Let's see, status markers. So he did a fire and move, so that's going to give, let's see, a fire and move is going to give the green to the defender over here. Nothing from the command card. Line of sight's clear. And no sort of bonus for this thing being in the terrain that it's in. Yep, that's correct. I think that's it. I think he's just firing. His inherent defense, since he's taking it shot from the back, is the green. So that's it. Let's fire. That looks like 2 hits and a suppress and a miss. The APC defends. Just a suppress, so it's like takes 2 hits. So 2 hits on the APC is going to kill it because it's only a 2-point unit. So that is gone. The Germans will lose a command point for that. And our anti-tank gun has fired. And now we go back to the Germans. Let's see. We still have a Panzer 38T, which is this one. So let's activate him, and he can go. He's going to do a move and fire 2. He's going to go 1, 2, and he's going to fire at this dug in. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think he's better off firing at the one that's digging in, so he's going to do that. So move and fire. Battle board comes back out. We'll put it here. Okay, so here we go again. Spotting roll. Spotting isn't necessary. The attack dice from 1, 2, 3 away for the Panzer 38T against infantry. A red and 2 blues. All right, so no special status markers other than it is doing a move and fire, so that's going to give this one a extra green. Line of sight's fine. All that other stuff is good over here. Inherent defense for the rifles, 41. He is on a road, so that's going to get him a blue. No other special dice. Now, because he is digging in, he does lose his weakest defense dice, so that blue goes away again. And the Panzer fires. Looks like 3 hits and a miss. And the infantry defends. And it looks like a critical, and what is that? A suppress. So this eliminates 2 hits, and unfortunately the suppress does not eliminate the other hit, so it's just 1 hit on this rifles unit, which I'm pretty sure is a 4-step unit. It is. So it's just 1 hit. Let me grab a hit marker. We'll show that as being 1 hit. Then we'll go back to the Soviet side and we will activate an anti-tank rifle. And I'm just going to move this one. We're going to try to move forward. So anti-tank rifle can go 2. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So he's going to do a fast action. Just trying to race up there and see if he can take another shot at a tank. And we go back now to the German side. We still have a Panzer IIF, so let's activate a Panzer IIF. It can move 3 or do a firing move. Well, let's do the, I guess it doesn't really matter which way I move him. We can go 1, 2 and take a shot. And remember that friendly units do not hinder line of sight. So units do not hinder line of sight here. So it doesn't matter which way I go. 1, 2. Well, let's just do that. We'll go 1, 2. So he's going to do a firing move. And he is going to also fire at this now wounded Rifles 41. So we'll put this down here. And he is targeting this poor unit that's trying to dig in. So 1, 2, 3 away for Panzer II. That's going to put it in the first band there. So 2 yellows and 2 greens. And let's see, so no experience, status markers. He did a firing move. That's going to give a, I think it was a green, right, to the, yeah, it's going to give a green to this unit. Let's see, it's rapid fire again, so he's going to get to re-roll one of his attack die. No command cards to play here. Line of sight's good. And then we will come over here. No spotting was required because he's in the open. Inherent defense is a yellow. No experience on that unit. He's already got his extra for that fire and move action that the Panzer II took. No command card here. Actually, I've got a card that lets him remove a damage point, but that you have to play that before activation, so can't play that now. So no command cards to use. And the terrain defense bonus for being in the road is a blue. And he's dug in, or he's digging in, so he loses the blue. And the Panzer II fires. So it looks like, what is that inside there? Can't really see it good. Oh, it's a crit and a hit. Another crit and a hit. This doesn't sound good. And a hit. And he's going to re-roll the green miss. So let's see. He's going to re-roll the green miss. And it looks like a hit. So this doesn't look good at all. The Rifles 41 defends. Well, he managed to get a critical, a hit, and a hit. So that's gonna, these will all cancel, leaving a critical, a hit, and a hit. So that is going to be 3 hits, which unfortunately, he's already got a hit on him. So the first hit will flip him. And unfortunately, the other 2 hits are going to kill him. So, not good. And I suspected something like that was going to happen, which is why I kind of was ignoring the rear part of the battlefield there. So, unfortunately for the Soviets, that is a loss because they only have 1 dug-in unit. The Germans got down there and managed to stop them from blowing the bridge. So, there you go. That's going to do it. That's going to end the scenario with a German victory. So, all right, afterthoughts on the game. So just a few closing remarks on Assault Red Horizon 41. I like it. I think this is a fun game. It plays fast. I like the way that the dice work. It's the only thing I don't like, and that's why I had to make this battle board. There's a lot to remember when you're doing the dice combinations. So that's a minor complaint that, you've got a lot to consider when you're going through the process, but it's fun and it works. I like the way it works a lot. It's a very fast playing tactical game, and I like that. You can just pull this game out and play it, and once you know the rules, it's not really an issue. And if you're playing with somebody, you've got another set of eyes to keep you on track with the rules and make sure that you're not forgetting anything. So I really like this game. I can't wait to see the expansion and where it adds off-board artillery support and aircraft. That's going to be neat. Really looking forward to seeing this game develop over time. The only thing that I would complain about this stage is, and this is really, it has to do with these command points. My complaint with the command points, you saw it. Understand that in this scenario, I really feel like that the Soviets were at a huge disadvantage from the get-go because of the card they pulled, the formation card they pulled, just was horrible for this scenario type. So you got to expect that to happen. And with that in mind, the thing I don't like about the command points is once you got down to 4 command points, and I started off, like I said, saying I didn't have enough command points. The thing I don't like about the command point system is once you get down to so many command points, it seems really unrealistic to have all these units back in the back part of the field, where there was still battle taking place, right? I mean, this was our main point of focus. We had a lot of action here, and that's why I kind of skipped some of this stuff as we played a few of the turns. It didn't really matter at that point what was going on back here, because this is where the action was. But I didn't like how you had units back here, and it was really true for the Germans too. I mean, we had another truck up here, which I just totally quit using because I didn't have enough command points. And it seems like there ought to be maybe a rule, maybe I'll house rule it at some point, I don't know, but it seems like if you don't have a command point for a unit, that maybe it can either move one space or fire, just to keep action going, where otherwise you're just kind of really, there's no point in even having this stuff back here. I understand the purpose of the command points, and you're allocating so many units, and it's showing that, and it does a great job of putting you through the pain of choosing what unit you want to move and activate. But I feel like once this scenario reached a certain point, whatever was going on back here, it didn't really matter, and it just slowed the game down when you had to take these activations and had heavy machine guns firing at rifle units back here. Who cares what happens back here at this point? This part of the game is done. So it would have been neat, I think, I think it'd be a good idea to have some sort of rule that states that if you run out of command points, you can still take actions with these units. So maybe, like I said, they can move one space or fire. So at least that would kind of keep these units moving towards where the action was. I don't know. There was really no incentive to play this part of the battlefield. And that's why those last couple of turns I kind of didn't, because I knew that the result of this battle was going to take place down here, and it did. Actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. That's it. Just a couple of quick closing thoughts. Like I said, I really like this game. It's a really neat game. The components are top-notch, high quality. I think they've got a good little game system here, and I think over time this is going to develop and become a really, really good tactical system. Fun system, fun game. Quick and easy playing. So, all right, that is it. Assault is now done. And I already have my next game in mind, and I will get that set up on the table, and hopefully soon you will see that. And I think you'll like the choice I made. It's an interesting one. So that'll do it. If you liked this video, you like what I do, please hit the like button down below. Consider subscribing if you haven't to get notified of when those next videos come up. Thanks for watching, and I will see you back here next time.